Welcome to the Intuitive Pool podcast and welcome to season 6. This is a time of harvest. This season is dedicated to bearing the fruits of your labor as we come into alignment with your full joy, your full trust, your full faith, and your fullest expression of your leadership today. I am so excited about sharing this next season with you. Hello, Intuitive Pool community. It is the 28th of December. I hope that you have had a beautiful, restful, reflective, enjoyable holiday time, no matter how you have spent it or shared it with family or friends or even on your own. For me, it was lovely, beautiful dinners with my family and with my husband's family, and the weather has been absolutely spectacular here in Sydney. Very hot though, but spectacular. So I've been taking myself for long reflective walks. I've been writing many notes to self. I've been tuning in and really having a beautiful time. Today's podcast episode will commence with this. I want to remind you that I'm delivering a really special masterclass on the last day of this year, on the 31st of December at 10 o'clock AEDT, Sydney time, for 90 minutes. The masterclass is called It's Harvest Time. Now, it's not harvest time for everybody, but it is certainly harvest time for some people. I wrote a post on Facebook yesterday and I said, you will know if it's harvest time for you simply through the response, through the feeling, the emotional response that you have when I say it's harvest time. So when I say it now, it's harvest time. It's a time of harvest. 2025 is a time of harvest. Does that resonate with you? Do you feel that 2025 is a time of harvest for you? I know that it is for me. I experience an emotional response when I communicate that, when I write that, when I ponder that. And I know that some of the people that read those posts actually emailed me or private messaged me and told me that they had an emotional response and they know that 2025 is a time of harvest for them, a time of reaping the rewards of all the years of dedication, of all the years of commitment to our inner game, of all the years of presence and following the intuitive pull, of all the years of surrendering and trusting, of all the years of resilience that has been built, and of all the wisdom that has been amassed over the years. So, having said that, it is a time of harvest. 2025 is a time of harvest. I'm delivering a masterclass, as I said, on the 31st of December at 10 a.m. AEDT Sydney time for 90 minutes. There's a link in the show notes for you to register. And the day before, you'll be receiving a registration confirmation, including a Zoom link. There's something that I want to say in particular on this podcast in relation to this theme of it's harvest time. When I went for a walk this morning, I voice recorded out some notes to self. And what the recording was about was this. And I don't think that you would have considered this. If it's harvest time for you, I need to let you know this. You know, the era where the phoenix rises, where we fall and we rise again, and we fall and we rise again, and we fall and we rise again. And that time is a time that is named. The phoenix is rising, or it's the rising of the phoenix. It's a time where we unbecome, where we undo, and then we rise again. Well, in harvest time, the era of the phoenix rising is complete. It does not mean that there won't be some weeding to do, but the time of that falling down and getting up and falling down and getting up in harvest time, that does not belong to a time of harvest. So receive that. And how does that feel? When you consider that if you have been experiencing your phoenix rising over and over again, how does that feel when I say it's no longer time for that? Harvest time is not an era where the phoenix rises. And the other thing I want to say is this. In the personal growth world, we talk a lot about shadow work. We talk about meeting our blind spots. We talk about meeting our thresholds. I have talked a lot about this. I talked a lot about this at the end of 2022 on the podcast. In harvest time, we're not focusing on the shadow in relation to our fear-based identity and meeting our blind spots in relation to that. But we are doing shadow work. But the shadow work is particular to the light, to our genius zone that has been sitting in the shadows, not fully embodied, or maybe not even known because it's so natural to us. So consider that. If it's harvest time for you, if 2025 is a time of harvest for you, imagine that the only shadow work for you to do is around your genius zone and your light that you have not fully brought out, that you have not fully embodied. And that is what we are here to harvest. It's that. So I look forward to seeing you, if this resonates, on the 31st of December at 10 a.m. The link to register is in the show notes, and the day before you will receive a Zoom link. Enjoy this time of holidays. Enjoy this time of reflection. I hope it is a time of reflection for you. And I look forward to seeing you at the Masterclass or on the next podcast. Ciao, ciao.